They say every day is for the thief, one day for the owner of the house. But ICPC, the Anti-Corruption Commission, has reversed the role. It is now every day for the owner of the house. If you're involved in bribery, over-invoicing, or any shady deal, the day of reckoning has come. ICPC, the Anti-Corruption Commission, is watching you. If you're reported for any corrupt practice, you'll be investigated, prosecuted, and punished. Corruption is harmful to our nation. Join the campaign against it by reporting any corrupt practice to ICPC, the Anti-Corruption Commission.
Let we join hands with ICPC, make them better.
Let's make Nigeria great again.
ICPC, they want to.
Come on, for corruption.
Break the chain of corruption now. Don't give, don't take. This message is brought to you by ICPC, the Anti-Corruption Commission.
The International Women's Day, which comes up every March 8, is a global celebration of the socio-cultural, economic and political achievements of women. It also marks a call to action for accelerating gender parity by governments, NGOs, academic institutions and women's groups, amongst others. This year's theme is Think Equal, Build Smart, Innovative for Change, #Balance for Better. In view of this, our focus on this edition of Corruption Must Go as we celebrate this year's International Women's Day is the fight against corruption, women's participation as part of the solution. Welcome to Corruption Must Go, ICPC's weekly television program. I am Murna Barnabas Atiai. Also today, we have anti-corruption stories, ethics and values, drama, and more. First, let's join Joy Aja with anti-corruption stories.
Corruption not in my country.
Hello? Alaja, you brought clothes while I was away? Really? And you've collected them? Okay, Alaja, no problem. I'll get back to you, eh? Bye-bye. Madams, who amongst you collected clothes from Alaja?
Which Alaja, ma?
You're asking me which Alaja?
Aziz, anybody bring clothes?
Madam, don't mind them. Now, so they do. They don't turn your shop to their shop. They cut corner where you know they.
You cut corners?
No, madam, I beg.
Corruption is not just about government. This is how it starts. Because this is a petty business. You think you can ruin my shop? For those of you who cut corners behind your bosses, it is called absolute corruption. And corruption, not in my country.
Stop corruption now.
Corruption not in my country.
Hello viewers, thank you for staying tuned. I am Joy Aja with Anti-Corruption Stories. Pursuant to its powers contained in Section 45, subsection 4, A to C of the Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Act 2000, ICPC has seized 12 landed properties belonging to a construction firm and its owner. The properties, which are located in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, belong to Mrs. Ochuko Momo, the director of Blade Construction Limited, who is under the scrutiny of the Commission in respect of an ongoing investigation. They include 2 duplexes located at number 14A Lungui Crescent, Wuse 2, and 6 Casaman Street, Wuse Zone 3, respectively, a mansion situated at 16 River Niger Street, Maitama, a bungalow at number 35 Abidjan Street, Wuse Zone 3, 2 uncompleted residential estates located at plot 618 Mabushi and plot 1468 Katankwe District, respectively. Others are terrace duplexes on plots 21, 22, 23 and 26 Olympia Estate, Kaura District, a shopping complex on plot 27 Waziri Ibrahim Crescent, Apo District, 3 vacant pieces of land located at plot number 1824 and 1827 Katankwe District, and a block of 6 apartments on plot 799 Ebitu Ukiwe Street, Otako. The seizure, carried out after an intelligence-led investigation, was based on the opinion of the Commission that the properties owned by Mrs. Momo and her firm are excessive, having regard to their past and present emoluments and all other circumstances. Continuing in its successful onslaught against visa fraudsters, ICPC has caused a Lagos State High Court sitting in Ikeja to convict one Faustina Chinelo Ude for attempting to procure a British visa with a fake bank statement of account. Ude was charged before Honorable Justice Mojisola Dada by the Commission on a 1-count charge bordering on procuring false documents to mislead constituted authority. The court also heard that the convict presented a false statement of account from the United Bank for Africa (UBA) to the British Deputy High Commission, Victoria Island, Lagos State, to support her visa application to the consular. ICPC noted that her intention was to mislead the British Deputy High Commission into granting her visa based on a fake statement of accounts. Counsel to the convict, Ubena Amedu, pleaded with the court to show mercy to her, saying she was a first-time offender and had cooperated fully with the prosecution. Justice Dada, in her ruling, found the accused guilty and sentenced her to a fine of 200,000 naira, in addition to a bond of 300,000 naira, with the condition that she must be of good behavior for 1 year. That will be all on this segment. Corruption Must Go continues with Myrna. Stay with us.
Corruption not in my country.
Welcome to Studio Airline.
Oh, thank you. Please, we need ticket to Abuja. Yes.
Oh, so sorry, sir. The seats are fully booked.
Hello, ladies.
Good day, ma'am.
How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Please, I need a ticket to Abuja.
Oh, sure.
40,000, ma'am. Okay. Here.
Excuse me. Abuja.
Yes.
But you people told us that tickets are finished. Finished, Abi?
When you asked for tickets, there was no ticket.
Exactly.
So this is what you people do. You hoard tickets and use them for your private business. This is the same reason why, when we get into the flight, half of the seats are empty.
Oga, you can call Minister of Aviation.
Excuse me? So this is what you do? You hoard tickets for your PP? This is corruption and
Not in my country.
Stop corruption now.
Corruption not in my country.
Welcome back. This is Corruption Must Go. Women represent about half of the world's population, yet research indicates that women, especially in developing countries, are disproportionately more negatively impacted upon by corruption. In one survey conducted by the United Nations Development Programme, 76% of women responded that corruption had prevented them access to public goods and services. Today, in spite of these recorded facts of how corruption affects women negatively, women's participation in the fight against corruption has been low. Our Corruption Must Go crew spoke to Mrs. Lillian Ikenyau of Technical Unit on Governance and Anti-Corruption Reforms, TUGA, on why this is so and how women participation in the struggle can be increased.
A survey conducted by the United Nations Development Program reveals that 76% of women responded that corruption had prevented them access to public goods and services. What's your take on this?
I agree wholly with the survey. The percentage might even be more. The effects of corruption are such that it impacts disproportionately on the vulnerable and marginalized. And in our environment today, women belong to that class. So it prevents access to public goods and other benefits of good governance.
In spite of recorded facts and how corruption affects women negatively, it has been discovered that women's participation in the fight against corruption has been low.
The participation of women in the fight against corruption can only be proportionate to their participation in other aspects of governance and public life. If you look at the proportion of women employed in the public sector, you will see that there's still a disparity. We are yet to achieve the 30% threshold that the government had set itself in the gender policy. A few years ago, with the support of the UNDP, we conducted a gender analysis of the anti-corruption agencies, ICPC, Code of Conduct Bureau, EFCC, to see the participation of women vis-à-vis employment and provision of enabling environment for their well-being in the workplace. The findings of that survey was not encouraging at all. This was like 7 years ago. I don't know if there has been any improvement at the moment. So the participation formally in the fight against corruption can only be proportionate to their participation in terms of employment, in terms of other outreach programs.
Emma, what changes do you think can be made to encourage women to join in the fight against corruption?
A number of things can be done. First of all, the anti-corruption agencies should set the pace by ensuring gender parity in the workplace. Employ more women, give them more responsibilities so they get involved. The second thing is also you have targeted enlightenment programs. Because if women understand that corruption impacts on them disproportionately, they will also take greater interest. My word of encouragement is to persevere. Do not give up. The obstacles facing women are greater and different from those facing men. So you need to make a greater effort.
Mr. Job! Mr. Job! What is it now?
What is it now?
Please turn down the volume of your music. It's too loud.
And how is that your business?
It is disturbing me. I can't sleep.
And the same way you are disturbing my right to good music and where I enjoy it. What's wrong with you? Is there another person complaining?
Maybe we thought that you have lost your mind. Are you having a party?
I'm just respecting you, sir. You remember I paid my house rent too.
You will not understand why we are complaining because you do not care about other people except yourself. Look, the transformation we need in this country begins in this compound.
Yes, now.
From you and I. This your selfishness is an offshoot of corruption. And corruption not in my country.
Go to your bank. Go.
Stop corruption now.
Corruption not in my country.
Welcome back. It has been suggested that women tend to be less corrupt and that countries or companies with a greater number of women in decision-making positions perform better in terms of their accountability and transparency level. A sampling of the opinions of Nigerians by Vox Pop here tells us their thoughts on this.
Yeah, I feel it's true. Women perform better and women are less corrupt, to be frank. I don't know, maybe it's the mother thing in them, or it starts from home. They take care of home, so it goes to the workplace. I feel that's why women are less corrupt. You take your work as if you're taking care of your home. You have to do it well. It all depends on you, your children, your husband. You look after them. So if you go to work, you feel this is like a responsibility. Yeah, it's not easy to fight corruption, but the thing is, you start it from the roots, from the children, from the kind of upbringing you give your children. Show them that it's wrong. Whatever is wrong is wrong. Whatever is right is right. It starts from home. It starts from the children. Then at workplace, try as much as possible as a woman to encourage your colleagues. You show a good example. You show you are not corrupt, and those under you will follow suit.
Well, I think because women, they take more responsibilities than men, and they know how to account for everything they do. So that's why I think women is more responsible than men when it comes to leadership positions. And also, I think because men are exposed to all sorts of environments where they meet friends that they can easily be corrupt, or women, they tend to be less outgoing. So in that case, I think women are less corrupt than men. Well, I think women has a major role to play, especially for the fact that they are the ones that take responsibility in growing up the children, and in that essence, when they impact a very good knowledge to their children, I think that is one of the ways we are going to make a society a better one.
Corruption is not only when you even steal money, maybe in the office, whatever. There are things that you do that are not godly. Those things are corrupt as well. You understand? So corruption is something that everybody should work against it and speak against it. Even as a mother, as a wife, as an individual, whatever you are doing, you should be honest. I believe in honesty, I believe in sincerity. So corruption is not good in any way.
I'm just urging the women and also the men that they should try their possible best to stay away from corruption, because it is not good.
With more women in the boardroom, greater equality in legislative rights, and an increased critical mass of women's visibility as impressive role models, the fight against corruption can be a success. Join ICPC in the fight against corruption. Visit our website www.icpc.gov.ng to make your reports, inquiries, and suggestions. You can also reach us via our toll-free numbers as shown on the screen. Thank you for watching. See you again same time next week. Bye for now.